What's up, my beloved souls? Just a message for my ladies. I know that when I created this page, I created this page with my 40 and over ladies in mind. But whoever just happens to stumble upon this video, just take it in love. You are allowed to be extra. You are allowed to be extra with your time, your space, your energy, your love, your money. Um, you're allowed to be extra. See, one reason why I created this platform for my 40 and over ladies is because I don't know about you guys, but like once you reach your 40s and you kind of remember life as at some point, in your teens and your 20s and your 30s, and then when you reach your 40s, it's kind of like this free for all in a sense. Well, it was for me. It was kind of like this free for all, like I'm in my 40s now. I've experienced a lot and still experience a lot. This is not to say that your life stops at all in your 40s. However, you really focus and pay attention to the lessons, and you take things more seriously because you're at a level of life where you've kind of already, been on the planet for decades. So you do take things a little bit more seriously, but you also do find the humor and the laughter and the joy in the simple things. And that's where I am. And so when I say things like you're allowed to be extra about your time and your space and your energy and your love and your money and all of those things, it's simply because you can be. You can be. You have been on this earth for 4 decades or more, okay? And you've seen a lot, you've done a lot, you've experienced a lot, you've felt a lot. And so if you want to be extra, if you want to be grand, if you just want to be like out there, that showstopper, look at me. I'm here, I'm living life unapologetically. I am myself. I love myself. You deserve that. You deserve that because there's some ladies and men along the way that did not get to see where we are. Even some of our classmates, they didn't get to experience their 40s. And for some people, they're becoming grandparents in their 40s. And some people are becoming parents in their 40s and getting married and buying their first homes and building their credit up and just living life, vacationing and being their own bosses and being the voice of their own life and not living for anyone else's approval, not living for anyone else's validation. They are simply being who they want to be, and they are embracing who they want to be. When you get into your 40s as a woman, we are so much more than the aunties, that you see on TikTok and Instagram and all the social media platforms. We are so much more than the aunties. Like we have wisdom, we have knowledge, we have experience. Sometimes to me, experience is the best teacher. Like we're nurturers, we're providers. We've seen the world, pre-social media, pre-cell phones, laptops, and all those things. And we've also experienced the world in that. We've grown in the world of technology where we've had jobs that we didn't have to use computers and tablets and, all of those things, even like really before emails. And then now we are here adjusting and thriving in the world of technology and social media and looking good and feeling good. And what I do love about a woman, who is seasoned in her 40s and 50s and 60s, even 70s and 80s, is that, we live life on our own terms. We don't have to impress anybody. We don't care if it impresses anybody. We do what we want to do. So being extra and being seen, that's beautiful. And I always tell myself, if I were to ever take off and just, be like this voice of the world, for women of color, in their 40s and just being happy and all those things. I never want to be idolized. I just want to be recognized. Like for me, it is not about being popular. It is not, because I've been there. It's not about being popular. It's not about having all of these followers, like everyone else worships, having these followers. It's really about just your tribe of people that get you, they understand you, they can relate to you, and they want to hear more from you. And it's just a connection. It's a real thing. and we don't care about keeping up with the trends. We set our own trends. We do our own thing, and we just have fun at life. So that's what I mean when I say be extra. You're allowed to be extra. You're allowed to embrace who you are, where you are. You're allowed to be proud of where you are. You're allowed to not stay stuck in the past, but if anything, move forward. You're allowed to create your story. Your story's not done. Just because you're in your 40s. I know for me, when I was young, especially like 15, 16, I had no clue how life would be at 40. It's not something for me. It was not something that I thought about. It's just like, I'm going to live in this moment. Party, party, party. I'm going to live in this moment of doing my thing. I'm not even thinking about 40, let alone 45, let alone being 5 years away from 50. But I'm here, and I look at all of the things that I've been through in my life, and I'm here safely, happily married, healthy, abundant, and just really proud of where I am. So yeah, I have every right to be extra, and so do you. And so do you. And we're living, we're thriving, we're still learning. There's still things about myself on a day-to-day basis that I'm still learning. I still have my boundaries, but I to be free and to understand that nobody or nothing has this, how can I explain it? They don't have this thing over me where I can't be who I am. I'm not afraid to be who I am no more. No one has this, chain. I've broken all the chains, and I'm literally who I am, and I love who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. And so once you just get to that realization, and for some people they get it in their 20s, and they get it in their 30s, and then for some people it takes them a little longer, they get it in their 50s or even their 60s. But as long as you have breath in your body, it is never too late for you to do what you want to do. It is never too late for you to live your dreams. It is never too late for you to have goals. It's never too late for you to buy the house, to get married, to have the babies, to have a business, to simply travel the world. Just whatever it is that makes your soul happy, whatever it is that brings you the utmost joy, you can do it. And it's never too late. It is never too late. And I will never stop advocating for that. I will never stop advocating for my women, because we're one of a kind. And to look at all the things that we've stood and walked through and lived through and survived, and we're still standing, and we look great. And we're teaching the younger girls, like we're teaching them, just in our interactions and what we know about life. So I'm proud of all of us. So thank you for another episode. I will see you guys soon. I love you. Go be great.